What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. We're here with watching more Ididathing. This time we're checking out I made a spring trap that breaks your legs. So don't try this at home. I think that's a pretty obvious thing to say. And stop looking at his feet. There's too many comments about his toes. Relax. Relax, you freaky feet people. And let's get straight into it. Before you get started, though, check out the original video, link to the description below. Support him, okay? And while you're here, support me too. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get straight into it.
I just made this spring
I'm going
trap
good.
from Clash of Clans, which is definitely the scariest thing I've ever made.
Oh, that's...
So today I'm going to break some stuff with it, and possibly my...
Okay, that's
Alright, now,
horrifying.
the spring trap from Clash of Clans doesn't work like a mouse trap or bear trap. In fact, it's kind of the opposite of a trap.
Did he actually just stick his hand? Did he actually just do that for the bit?
Doesn't work like a mouse trap or bear trap.
Oh my god, he did it for the bits. Oh, he's so hardcore for that. Oh.
In fact, it's kind of the opposite of a trap.
Oh, he put one on
There's
his...
no trapping involved.
Why is it always the feet? There's gonna be someone with a kink out there who wants to see foot trap feet porn, okay? My tracker froze. My tracker froze because I started shaking so violently with my fists in the air during that. Hold on, I'm frozen. I'm frozen! Help! Help! Someone get the WD-40, my hinges! My hinges! No! Oh, I'm back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyways.
Defeats the purpose of a trap, as it just throws whatever steps on it away or closer to you using a big spring. And big springs aren't even the best if you want to throw people in the air. My preferred method would probably be a car airbag, which would allow me to finally live out my dream of being in a live leak video. Or, the much more practical and safer option would be compressed air, which is favoured by the special effects industry with
huffing it?
Korean pop stars in the air. But Clash of Clans wants me to use a giant spring, and also not to throw Koreans, which is a shame, but also good, as a giant spring is going to be a lot more fun and dangerous.
But what if the Koreans want to be thrown? Is there any Koreans in the chat who would like to be thrown by giant springs? I feel like you could volunteer for the cause.
So I started by stealing 2 of these from a children's playground, and they are car suspension springs, which I think will work.
Oh yeah! You know those things that like do that shit? Thank God for my body tracking, dude. Otherwise it looks so fucking stupid here. Thank God for that. If I was like those 2D VTubers who can't move at all, their bodies are just stiff, I would look like an idiot. I would just be like this. Yeah, like this? Just not moving. Thank God.
As I've seen videos of them shooting a mechanic's apprentice across the room. And the plan is pretty simple. The spring is compressed in a box with a platform on top, essentially like a giant jack-in-the-box. And then when you step on the platform, the spring releases upwards with 500 kilos of force. And this drawing isn't to scale, by the way. And in the game, the trap is even able to launch giants in the air. So I'm just going to pretend a giant weighs less than 500 kilos. But as for launching a normal-sized person, here's some maths my mate did, so you can't blame me if it's wrong. And he said it'll be enough energy to launch a 75-kilo person upwards at 65 meters a second. And to put
65 meters a second? Oh my God.
that in perspective, this is that same 75-kilo mate eating a meat pie at 0.1 meters a second. Better slow down there. So the first thing I did was connect the two springs together with some
I'm glad
clamps
he's
and
eating his
duct
meat
tape
pies.
and this big brace that I made to form a mega spring. Now the most difficult part of this build is going to be the spring release mechanism, as when it's compressed it's going to be very hard to hold down and also very hard
I'm sorry, him doing that makes me worry about his ribs. Is anyone else worried about his ribs when he's pulling it against his body like that? Right? Like anyone? I'm such an anxious person that I can't like... I'm like get so worried for him. And like the best part is all the Australians and like even the Kiwis come out and they all start typing in the comments like, average Australian man. Average man. Nothing average. Nope, we do that all the time. Don't worry about it. Like they always say that, but I'm like, your ribs.
to release under tension. And I was thinking of using the trigger mech from my last video, but it's definitely not strong enough. So instead I made this. and this should be able to release the spring even while it's under a high load. Then I also made this winch from a winch I bought online. Then
I thought he said wench. Like... old slang. For wenches.
welded up a box for it all to go in. And I also welded up a frame with a big pipe in the middle so that the spring will sit around it and hopefully will be nice and comfy. And I also made this platform which will go on top so that it looks exactly like the level 5 spring trap from Clash of Clans. So we've got the winch underneath connected to my car battery.
They must have paid him so much money for this.
Springs. And then there is a quick release here connected to the pressure pad on top. So then when I wind down the winch, if someone steps on the trap, it goes off. And I think it's almost done, or done enough to do a proper test and see if the winch is even strong enough to fully compress the spring and then release it. And I know
Alicia's stress levels are elevating.
I say this a lot in every video.
You could say my stress levels are being throttled 65 meters per second.
I do something dangerous, but this is by far the most dangerous thing I've ever done. The power in these springs is more than enough to kill me and my mate, the delivery man, and that guy that walks past my house and puts dog poop in my bin, and even you watching at home. And that's why I'm so excited to test this. But first, a little bit more about the sponsor and the reason I made this. Clash of Clans, which is
What if we put the spring trap in front of the bin so the guy can't put the dog poop in there anymore? It'll launch him to a different house. Simple solutions.
It's an awesome strategy game where you build defenses, upgrade your base, and attack other players. And Clash of Clans has a new update coming soon and has an awesome event going on called Clash.
I know that people think mobile games are cringe, but I love taking mobile game sponsorships. They're fun to me. My brain gets so stimulated because there's a bunch of shit to do in mobile games. And I actually really like them. So I like willingly choose mobile game sponsorships because they're fun, okay?
For Nature, which is an in-game competition with creators and you guys. It's split into 2 teams, which are the charities Team Trees or Team Seas. And I'm on Team Trees to offset all the wood I use when making these videos.
Oh.
And all your in-game actions in the event will lead to planting trees and removing trash from the ocean in real life. Anyone can join the event, even if you haven't played Clash of Clans before. You just scan my QR code and then you get gold through multiplayer.
Team Trees and Team Seas are all Mr. Beast, right?
And whichever creator and community that loots the most gold will also win a Tesla. So go get Clash of Clans now. Alright, back to testing the trap. And because my roof is too low in the garage, I took it to my mate's.
Okay, I just realized you guys saying cock over and over again in chat is you guys saying Clash of Clans. And I genuinely thought you guys were talking about cock this whole time. And I was like, go on with your bad selves. I ain't gonna talk about it. I don't want to get demonetized. And then I realized, and you like put it together near the end, and I'm like, oh. See, it would be normal for you guys to say that though, right? Y'all could just, sometimes y'all just be having conversations. I look over and I just ignore it and move on, right? So I was kind of doing that until y'all were talking about the gameplay. And I was like, oh, wait a second. Oh. Got it now.
Warehouse to test it out. But unfortunately, my camera didn't record. But luckily, I have his mobile footage.
Yep. Yep. 3, 2, 1.
I thought I was gonna just fail. I think I was bracing myself every single pull, and then it happened, and I got spooked. It broke the light fixture. My fluorescence!
Especially considering those bags were filled with 20 kilos of lead shot each, so 40 kilos or 80 pounds of combined weight. But it's also kind of annoying, as originally I wanted to do the real test in my yard, but after seeing the power it has, I don't think I can, as I live next to a preschool, and 12 kilo springs and kids don't mix that well. So instead
Oh my god. I would like to sincerely thank you for taking that precaution, because oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm going to drop it on one of you, and I went back to Hamilton's farm, who was nice enough to let me use it to spin up the giant Beyblade, and now he's going to let me use this monstrosity on his lawn.
Oh yeah! That dude! we watched that Beyblade video, and it like messed up that entire little stone room thing. Okay.
But first we had to dig up the ground. And we were about to start digging, but Hamilton thought of a really great idea to save time. And that was just to use part of this wombat hole to make it easier.
How do we tell if there's a wombat in here or not?
Oh, please don't kill a wombat. Oh, please don't kill a wombat. Oh, no. How do you tell if there's one in there? Does anyone know? Is anyone else scared? How do you know if there's... Oh, God.
And this was his idea, not mine, so you can get angry at him. And unlike the wombat, the leeches were very happy to see us digging. And in a matter of minutes, we had 10 or so on our feet, which I...
Is Australia meant to be inhabitable? I'm gonna be real here. Does anyone feel like it's meant for people to live there? I feel like every other creature just dominates. Right? There's always some sort of fuck shit willing to mess with your day. It does not feel safe enough.
I won't show you. Okay, that was pretty easy. So we put it in the ground with some grass around it to make it look like it belongs here. And I just realized the worst case scenario for this.
Someone says Australia equals Florida. In Florida, people should not be living there either, okay? Can we be honest? Because them motherfuckers in Florida are weird, man. They got. Do you know what, though? The only person I like from Florida is that one dude who has the emotional support alligator. Everyone else can go fuck themselves. I have friends from Florida. I still stand by what I said. They can go fuck themselves too. They crazy. Everyone crazy from there.
Crap, only after putting it in the ground. And that would be that when we winch the platform all the way down
Winch.
and then pull the quick release, it doesn't release. And then we are stuck with a loaded trap buried in the ground. And I guess we could also reverse the winch, but there's a chance that that doesn't work. And then I have no idea what we'll do. Maybe we can just leave it on Hamilton's farm until it goes off naturally.
Oh
Also,
my
another
god, the
potential problem, since
and it just shoots wombats and shit. Just sky high whenever it gets activated.
I'm using my car battery, if I use the winch for too long and it draws all the power, we are then stuck here on the farm.
Recording?
Yep.
Oh, it's going down.
Ah.
Oh, the ball fell off.
Well, now you just have a trap.
Oh, shit.
But luckily none of that was a problem for us as it didn't work. So I tried again.
3, 2.
I'm so stressed I'm holding my breath.
And somehow the winch bent the quick release, which I spent over an hour
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, man, I'm such a shit reactor. I'm more of like a post-commentary kind of bitch sometimes. Because I'm here like, when something's happening, instead of talking, because I'm worried about their health and safety. And so be like, oh man, this is gonna be sick. Yeah, let it rip. I don't have that in me. I'm like, I hope these boys are okay. Where's their safety helmets? I'm just panicking.
fixing while leeches were crawling up my leg in the rain.
3, 2.
Pull it. Oh, it worked.
That wasn't even high.
Okay, you can say it wasn't even high, fair, but it worked. And we'll take those.
Wait, it pulled itself out of the ground.
And I wasn't happy with that at all. The melon didn't go very high. Unlike the spring trap, which almost jumped completely out of the ground. And so did the spring out of its cage.
Oh.
This guy here is meant to be on the outside of the pipe. But you can see that, look, it's now on the inside.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't going to be able to fix the problem on Hamilton's farm. So I took it back home to figure out. But then I realized it was worse than I thought, and the spring was actually stuck under tension, which made trying to fix the problem terrifying, which is why I called my mate over.
Oh,
to
'cause if
stick
the
his
tension
face
releases,
really
then
close to
bonk!
the high-powered spring.
Literally bonk.
You.
And I'm not completely sure what happened, but I suspect it may have been the heavier wooden platform on top, which caused the spring to over...
Dude, this is like so anxiety inducing.
Extend and get caught on the inside sleeve, as when we tested it in my mate's workshop, we did it without the platform on top. But eventually we figured out what we needed to do, and my mate...
Oh, I have a question for you guys. Sorry to like just kind of interrupt in the middle of him explaining something, but one of my videos where I reacted to Ididathing, everyone kept commenting butt plug. Is that a video he did? Or were people just like saying it like a joke? Did I say something in my video? Or is it like another video people wanted me to watch? Chess related. Like the Hans Niemann Magnus Carlsen chess thing? Wasn't that just proven that he didn't use a butt plug? Did he make a functional one? I watched the chess boxing event though. He wasn't in it. Was he? I don't remember him being. I remember watching Stands and Box. I remember watching Myth. I remember watching everybody. I didn't think I saw Ididathing there. Did? Sorry, 1 second. Thing. I feel so weird. Oh, I'll also put boxing instead of butt plug. That'd be sick. Yeah. Oh, versus Odd One Out? When's this one? When did he go against Odd One Out? When's that one? Creator Clash. Oh. Okay, yeah, I've never seen him box before. That's cool. Using a robot to cheat in a boxing match. Hidden robot. Is that what it is? Is this the one that says hidden robot? He did something during Myth's fight? I watched Myth's fight. With my dad, actually. Which, by the way, my dad is so fucking funny. My dad's 65 years old. He goes, "What are you watching?" I was there with my fiance watching the chess boxing tournament. I was like, "Oh, we're watching chess boxing." And he goes, "You mean these nerds are all gonna hit each other? They're gonna play chess then hit each other?" My dad is an extremely high-rated chess player, by the way. He used to go like travel to chess tournaments and stuff. And I'm like, "Dad, you're the nerd who plays chess." And he goes, "Yeah, but what? I don't box people." And I'm like, "You know what? That's actually valid." And he's like, "So how does it work?" So I explained to him how chess boxing works. And he goes, "Okay, I'll watch." He sits down and he looks at Myth and he goes, "He's gonna kill that kid." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, he might." My dad saw Stands and goes, "These are two nerds," when he saw Box and Stands. And I'm like, "Dad, which one are you rooting for?" He goes, "I want to see them both get knocked out." I'm like, "Dad, no." And then when it would go to the chess part, he'd be like, "Boo! Go back to hitting each other." And he plays chess in tournaments. He's won trophies. And my dad was more excited to see the nerds hit each other. My dad's crazy in his old age, man. That's wild.
Out some wedges
We'll
on
get
the
to that video
bandsaw.
eventually.
And then we shoved them in and hit the whole thing with a hammer until it came loose.
Nice. Now I got a nice sharp stick that can fly out.
Oh yeah, that's what we love to see. We love sharp sticks that can kill us. I don't like how...
So I re-welded on the support in a way that hopefully doesn't get caught, and also made a lighter platform, and then set it up in my yard because I can't be bothered to go back to the
But there's children. Is the school off that day?
farm.
The watermelon concusses a child next door. impact of it, of like the force that hit underneath as for it to rise upwards, shattered it and it skyrocketed. That's so sick. That's so sick.
And that split the melon in half just from the impact of the launch.
Yeah.
But it didn't go that high.
It separated the springs again, it broke the weight, and it stuck again.
And also the spring did its thing again, but this time even worse.
You're not meant to be on the inside. You're meant to be on the outside like the others.
So now I'm once again shoving a chisel into a loaded car suspension spring, expecting it to shoot through my head at any moment. And I fixed that, but then discovered some other mysterious damage.
Oh, God.
Like the cable that had almost snapped, and also this bolt hole which is somehow completely squished. So once I fixed all of that, I set it up for another test with this mannequin, which I stuffed
Why does his head have a hole at the top? Sorry. His hair's poking out of
set
it.
it up for another test with this mannequin, which I stuffed 3 bags of sand into so it weighs 60 kilos or 130 pounds. And I know you all want me to stand on top of this spring trap, and I will, if this mannequin looks like it survives the launch. Okay, that's not going to happen. The mannequin is too heavy and is bending the spring in weird directions. So
Okay.
instead I used this baby doll, which I stuffed with metal weights, just like a real baby.
Oh no. Imagine you have children playing in the little preschool next door and a baby's head flies into the yard. That's all I can think about. Like, just traumatize 10 kids in one go. Not that high, huh? Wonder what happened.
And that didn't do much to the baby. I think I did way more damage when I was missing the trigger with the stick. So I tried again.
Oh shit, that looks like it went way higher. Woo! Out of frame!
And that was alright, although I feel like the spring trap uses its energy to do more damage to itself than anything else I put on top of it.
Yeah.
But if you want to see a spring trap working properly, go download Clash of Clans and scan
Nice.
the QR code and join the event to not only plant trees, but also potentially win a Tesla. Also, a hot tip for new and existing players, you should get the builder package for your town, because that gives you the advantage of progressing quickly in the early stages of the game. Good luck in the event.
All right, well, that was Ididathing's video, which obviously is going to be linked in the description below. So
Plant
please
tree.
support the original video. And thanks for hanging out with me. I guess we're going to be watching a video involving plugs at some point here on the channel. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Bye. Don't forget to recommend me videos in the comments. Don't post links. Links are cringe, but you can always tell me the creator and the name of the video you would want me to check out. All right, bye.